what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my everyday makeup routine. I'm honestly very flattered and honored that a lot of you have specifically requested this video because for one, I don't consider myself a makeup guru or a profesh, but here I am. I do want to mention that I'm going to be incorporating some new products. Merit was so kind enough to send me some of their products to try out for you guys. They are a new luxury clean beauty brand inspired by minimalism, and I was so happy when they reached out because I was already gonna film this video, but I ran out of mascara and a cream blush, which I personally love to use, and they have those two specific products and more. So very excited to be filming today's video, and I'm so sorry if I talk a little bit funny. It's because I have Invisalign in, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit hard for me to form sentences, but we're gonna do our best here, so let's just get started. All right, so before we get started, I do just want to mention my skin type, so that way you know what it is and why these products work so well with me. I do have combination skin, so I would say I'm dry and normal on the outer parts of my face, but when it comes to my T-zone area, I get very oily, and it's a very bad combo where I'm from right now because it's been in like the 100-degree weather for quite a few weeks now, and I sweat a lot, so I have to make sure that my makeup and products that I use can withstand the heat and oiliness for my T-zone area. I am going to show you the products that I use to prep my skin because I personally feel that prepping your skin is very important before you apply your makeup. So I use the Curology cleanser and the moisturizer, and I do not leave my house even when I'm not wearing makeup. I do not leave my house without putting on sunscreen, and I use and love the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I've been using it for a few years now, stand by this product, and I absolutely love it. Alright, so with that, let's just go ahead and jump right into the makeup. So I like to start off with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I do have rosacea and some acne scars from the years of acne that I had. If you're interested in watching what helped clear out my acne, I do have a YouTube video on it, so I'll leave the link down in the description. But I like to apply this over my redness and acne scars just to help even out my skin tone a little bit. So I'm just gonna apply right over the areas that I want to cover up. And then let me actually go ahead and put my mirror here because looking at the small screen that the camera has is not gonna help. And then I apply a little bit on my chin too. Okay, so concealer's on my face. Now I grab my damp beauty blender and just blend it out lightly. And if I feel like I need just a little bit more coverage, I just grab some more concealer and put it over those areas. And then I grab a little bit more of concealer and I put it right over my eyelids. Alright, so concealer is on my face and covering pretty much all of my rosacea and acne scars. I personally love to start off with my eyeshadow and then move on with the rest of my face. So I'm going to use the Tati Beauty palette for eyeshadow, and I have been using it basically since it first launched. And if you couldn't already tell, this is my absolute favorite shade, and it's Touching Pan. These shadows blend out so dang well, so I absolutely love that one. So I am just gonna use a brush and gonna use this shade that I just showed you right there and just pretty much put it all over my eyelid. Okay, so eyeshadow is on. Now I'm just gonna go in with that top shade right here and then put it more so on the outer corners of my eye. And I just blend that right out. Okay, so eyeshadow is done. Literally super basic and simple, but I love it. Now I'm just gonna create a wing liner, but I'm gonna do that with the darkest shade of brown right here of the palette, and I'm gonna go in with a Wet n Wild brush that I actually got at my local dollar store, and I'm gonna create a wing liner, but just with that dark brown eyeshadow. Okay, and it's super subtle, nothing too crazy. Okay, you can barely notice it, but I promise in person you can notice it some more. Okay, so eyeshadow is done. Next thing I do is work on my brows. I'm actually gonna do that off camera because I'm not gonna lie, it takes me a little bit of some time to get these brows perfectly how I want them. But I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown, and their number 12, I believe, yeah, number 12 pencil to basically just carve out my eyebrows. And then at the very end, I use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter to just spike up the brows. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my brows real quick. Okay, so brows are done. I can't ever get them perfect. I like to say that they're cousins because this one has like the perfect amount of hair spiking up right here in the middle, but this one is like bald right there, but I try to get them as even as I can. Next, I'm gonna jump into foundation. I swear by this foundation. It's by the brand Estee Lauder, and it's their Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. I swear by this product, and it's my ultimate holy grail because, like I mentioned in the beginning, I get very oily on my T-zone area and I sweat a lot, and I can literally just grab a tissue, a napkin, whatever, and pat off my sweat, and this foundation will not budge. So it's my ultimate favorite, and I probably will never switch my foundation anymore because ultimate holy grail. I have two shades. I have the shade 2N1 in Desert Beige because in the wintertime I get very pale and light, and this to me is my perfect shade. And then I also have the shade 2W2 in Ratan because during the summertime I get a little bit more tan. I would say right now I have to mix both of these to get my perfect shade, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. My foundation is mixed. Now I'm just gonna put it all over my face, and then I'm gonna grab my damp beauty blender and just blend it all out. And of course, I bring my foundation down my neck. And I love this foundation because it's also buildable. So I'm just adding a little bit more where I have some acne scars. And foundation is now on. Now I'm gonna grab the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Light Neutral that I used in the very beginning, and put that right under my eyes. And also in the corner just to lift up my eyes a little bit. And now I'm gonna go in with that same beauty blender, but just on the other side, and blend it all out. All right, so that side is done. Just gonna blend out the other side. And then whatever extra is left on the sponge, I just put it on my chin and on the upper lip area and around my nose, just to kind of brighten up the center of my face. Concealer is done, and now what I'm gonna do is grab the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm gonna grab a little tiny sponge that I have here and just bake the inner corners of my eye a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm gonna use the Merit Beauty blush in the shade of Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna put some on my fingers and blend it out with my fingers. I personally love to blend out my cream blush with my fingers, so that's why I'm doing that. Oh, that's cute. And it definitely looks very natural. Oh, I love the color. It looks so natural. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. It literally looks like skin. Okay, that's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose and just blend it out, just to give me that sun-kissed look. And I'm done with blush. Now I am gonna go in with my contour. Now I really love cream contour, so I'm gonna use the Merit Beauty, I believe it's their Minimalist stick, but I'm gonna go in with a shade darker, and this is the color Sienna, and I'm gonna apply that right where I want the contour. Ooh, okay. And I'm actually gonna go in with the beauty blender to blend that all out. That's pretty. And that was super easy to blend out. And then the extra, I'm just gonna bring up over here on the corners of my forehead. Now I'm gonna go in to the other side and do the same exact thing. Okay, and that is super easy to blend. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna bring the extra over here. All right, so that is done. Next thing that I do is grab my Bare Mineral Veil powder in the shade Original, and I go in with a little bit of a fluffier brush, and I believe this is the Morphe M504 brush. Grab some of that powder, and then I go in right under my eye and just pat some on in my T-zone area because, like I said, I get very oily there. So just put that all over. And then I'll put that where I usually get my mustache sweat. And then I'm just gonna swipe here to kind of carve out my contour. Next thing that I do is put on mascara. So I'm gonna curl my lashes. And I'm gonna go in with the Merit Beauty mascara in the shade Perfect Black. And I love how these products actually feel very luxurious. Ooh, okay. I really love these kind of brushes, so I'm gonna put on the mascara. Okay, mascara is done. That's what it looks like compared to my other eye. I love it, super clean, and I actually like that this mascara doesn't clump up. I personally do not like mascaras that get clumpy on the eyelashes, so that's a win. Oh, forgot to curl my lash, so let me do that. Alright, so just curl the lash. Now I'm gonna finish up this eye. Alright, so I am done with mascara. Super cute, very pretty. Next thing I do is grab just a little bit of eyeshadow, preferably a sparkly one, and just put it in the inner corners of my eye to highlight from an eyeshadow palette that I have, and just put that right on their inner corners to brighten that up. Put some on my nose and right here to bring some highlight. So my face is pretty much done. I'm just gonna be trying out Merit Beauty's new Tinted Lip Oil shade, and it's the shade Taupe. So I'm gonna apply that right over my lips. Okay, so this is what the Tinted Lip Oil looks like. It looks stunning on the lips and it feels great. Honestly, it feels like nothing's on my lips right now. I personally don't use lipsticks because in 2 hours of wearing lipsticks, my lips get very dry and cracked and it just does not look cute at all. So I like to stick to glosses or tinted lip balm. So this is absolutely perfect. My lips feel nice and moisturized and they look stunning. Very last step of my makeup routine is just a setting spray. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and I'm gonna apply that right now. Alright, so that concludes my everyday makeup routine. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you have any questions, just comment them down below and I'll be sure to answer them for you guys. I'll also include all of the products that I used today in the description so that way you can shop if you'd like. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok where I post all things fashion and lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next one.